Hi, good evening. So today we have with us Lakshya, All India rank 694 in CLAT 2026. Huge congratulations, Lakshya.
Thank you.
How's the feeling? कैसा लग रहा है इतना अच्छा रैंक लाके?
Satisfied.
Satisfied and not happy?
Could be better, but I'm grateful for it.
Yeah, great. So Lakshya, could you please describe your entire preparation journey? कैसा रहा है and also your success recipe?
Well, I took a 2 year course in the career launcher scheme, and the first year it was really light, mainly prioritizing my schoolwork. And then in the second year, I left schoolwork behind for a bit and focused morely on CLAT. My reading skills were mostly up to the mark, so I decided to focus mainly on maths and GK.
Knowledge based. Okay.
Yes.
So that was the advantage of. So Lakshya was part of our 2 year program, and that was the advantage that he got. First year he could matlab, understand the concepts, work on concepts, and obviously GK came a little bit late. Second year he focused more on the GK part because obviously current affairs wala part starts from December, and because his reading sections were already good, he focused on the knowledge part better. So coming on reading part, since CLAT paper involves a lot of reading, how does one actually ace the art of speed reading?
Well, to get the best results, I believe key reading should be inculcated as soon as possible.
Correct.
But if let's say you haven't really read, but you know ki zarurat padegi CLAT mein,
Correct.
I think you should start reading newspapers and read them.
Which
Not
newspaper did you used to read?
I used to read Indian Express, but once I saw that I don't need to anymore because I were able to do the mocks, English sections. I stopped reading the newspaper. So I'd say read it till it's helping you in the mocks.
Okay, so reading newspaper is very important, not just with GK part, with your reading part, with your comprehension skills. Yeah, and reading, speed reading पे अगर work करना है, reading की habit inculcate करो. Start with a genre that you are interested in. Slowly and gradually, you'll develop that habit, and that is going to be super helpful for your exams. Okay, now coming to the part of mocks. All of us know that taking mocks is very, very important. And we used to have mocks here like every weekend, and as and when the exams वो पास आ रहे थे वीक में 2 बार भी. So how important is the process of taking mock? One. Second, how important is the process of analyzing it?
I believe taking mocks is more important than raw studying. That's because raw studying does not give you a motive. You
Correct.
do not know where you stand in relation with the others, which after all, it's a competitive exam. So it really doesn't matter marks कितने आ रहे हैं. It matters कौन सी rank पे आ रहा है.
Correct.
So mocks, first of all, gives you an idea to compare yourself. And then analyzing the mocks allows you to make sure that the same mistakes don't happen again, rising through the ranks.
Correct. मतलब you could take n number of mocks, but then important ये है कि आप उन mocks को analyze करो, because quality over quantity, and that's how you would know where do you actually stand, any recurring mistakes that you could probably put a control at. So all of that is very, very important. Okay, in this entire process, how important is maths as a section, and why should one not ignore maths?
As our teachers have always said, maths is the deal breaker.
Correct.
If you're able to get average scores in other sections, maths is the one that either can get you into NLU, or if you're already getting into NLU, get you into a first level NLU.
Correct. So maths is the game changer, because like everyone would work on legal, English, and the logical reasoning wala part, but anyone who works on maths
Exactly.
and GK.
Since no one really works on maths, you should work on maths.
Correct. Absolutely. ठीक है, तो मैथ्स में तुम्हारे स्कोर्स कितने आते थे initially, if you talk
Maths
about?
में my average score stayed at 5 to 6 because I didn't really crack the K-stat formula. But once you're able to get enough practice, because maths is not like the other subjects. It's not just practice. It's about memorizing certain formulas and
Correct,
understanding
knowledge
certain
based.
types of questions that come.
Correct.
So eventually that increased my scores, and real CLAT में मेरे 10.75 आए थे.
Okay, which is very, very good. So for everyone listening out there, do not ignore maths. Is super important. Generally बच्चों का mindset होता है maths से 10% है, कितना important है, but maths is very, very important. Okay. Also, Lakshya, did you used to do group study? You had friends here, right? And we used to see you studying in groups also at times. So group study करते थे for GK or for other subjects?
Occasionally, yes. That
Okay.
was my first preference, but sometimes a burnout happens. You're not able to study on your own because your mind is occupied somewhere else. But when you're with your peers, it gets you into the environment.
Healthy
of studying.
competitive spirit.
And even if it's not really मन नहीं कर रहा है पढ़ने का, but since others are studying, you also feel compelled to study.
So at days when you feel low, they're there to push you up, and obviously they are in the same shoes as you are. So I think no matter how much gyan everyone else gives, nobody can understand your situation better than they do. So you're saying group study helped you?
Yes.
To an extent it does.
Yes.
क्या क्या group study में कौन कौन से subjects पढ़ते हैं? GK?
Mainly GK.
Mainly
Most
GK.
importantly GK. Then we used to maths K, where everyone would do a certain caselet, but if anyone else could find a faster way, or let's say you made a mistake and now you don't want to go through the whole कहाँ गलती की, all the 15 steps of whatever you've done, you can have your friend look at it, and that way he could solve the problem without you having to go through all of it again.
So group study helped him. So for anyone who thinks that they're alone, you aren't alone. Look out for your friends, find that vibe, and get engaged in group study. It's not a hard and fast rule. Check it out for yourself. If that works for you, superb. If it doesn't, आप अकेले तो हो ही, आप पढ़ सकते हो. Okay, this is a little different question. Law करने का ख्याल कैसे आया, कब आया, and when did you decide that you actually want to take CLAT and ALET?
I had an interest in law since about 9.
Okay.
But I kept it open as a career field. Then I finally decided it when I came to 11, basically.
Okay.
And law, because I always was a fan of public speaking.
Oh, great.
Furthermore, law had a certain eloquence that I was attracted to from the very beginning. I like the way lawyers speak. I like the way they present themselves. So I decided to pursue that.
Okay, perfect. Great. Any message to the law aspirants out there? Anyone who wants to pursue law as a career or probably wants to take up these exams? Any message for them?
I'd say, first of all, very obviously, do not get demotivated. It's a long journey. And while it's not as difficult as the rest of the competitive exams, there's one big difference. That is the subjects that are in CLAT are not the same that are in school.
Correct.
So it's a totally different learning style, which needs to be overcome.
But then it's not rote learning, it's comprehension based, which doesn't happen in a day. It happens with time, over a period of time, correct?
Yes.
तो ये अच्छी बात भी है, but subjects अलग हैं, तो ये not so good बात भी है.
It's a
So both
double-edged
actually.
sword.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, please continue.
And one last thing would be, do not be discouraged to innovate. You should have your own strategy, and you should have your own time space of a certain section. So even if the recommended time space is 20 to 25 minutes, if you're taking 35 minutes, but the other sections are better, then you don't need to fit that section in that specific.
Okay, so do not compare, believe in yourself, trust the process, and more than that, it's very important for you to enjoy the process. One famous quote that you believe in, koi bhi saying, koi bhi quote, and that actually pushed you or motivated you to work really hard for these exams.
No specific quote comes to mind, but I have to say, rooms के बाहर लगे रहते हैं बहुत सारे, and sometimes when walking out, they really help me calm my mind and make sure that I stay on the right track.
Great. So staying calm and focused is very, very important. Stress hota tha during the preparation part?
Of course, stress is inevitable.
Inevitable, you cannot avoid it. But कैसे deal करा उस stress से? During the process and on the D-Day, because D-Day के दिन calm और focused रहना बहुत जरूरी है. कैसे handle करा?
Well, I really shouldn't say I handled it well, because a couple questions में मुझे problem हो गई थी. But at the end of the day, you have to understand, it's not all there is. CLAT के अलावा there are many exams, and there's always next year.
It's not the end of the journey,
Exactly.
of course. For everyone, for any student or for every student aspirant watching this, please understand and remember, CLAT and ALET is not the end of the journey. You have other better opportunities waiting for you. So do not lose hope and believe in yourself. That's very important. One last question, Lakshya, would be, what has been the role of CL Career Launcher in the entire, this process of yours?
Well, firstly, I'd have to say the Manthans definitely helped. These were the biggest advantages that I had over students that do it from open or from themselves. Then, of course, there was the schooling, which more importantly comes into use in the 6 months of the second year. The latter 6 months is more practice and doubt solving.
Correct.
The first 6 months, it's just concept revision, which you've studied last year, or learning concept solving.
Correct. Great. It was pleasure talking to you, Lakshya. We wish you all the best. Congratulations again. And like we say, once a CLite, always a CLite. So CL's door are always open for you. And please come here, keep inspiring the future law aspirants. Now I would like to invite Lakshya's mom, who's also with us. She'll come and share a few words. So today we have with us Lakshya's mother. So huge congratulations to you, ma'am. The success is yours too. कैसा लग रहा है लक्ष्य का इतना अच्छा रैंक आया? हाउ इज द फीलिंग?
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है।
स्पीचलेस है मैम।
यस,
कुछ कहना चाहेंगी आप?
बेसिकली मुझे लगता है कि ओवरऑल पूरे साल अगर आपने मेहनत की है तो
हम्म।
रिजल्ट आपको दिखता है,
करेक्ट।
और काफ़ी कुछ फ़र्क पड़ता है आपके डे दिन। अगर आप थोड़ा सा भी डिस्टर्ब हो जाते हैं तो आपकी रैंकिंग पे या परफॉर्मेंस पे असर पड़ता है।
डेफिनेटली।
बाकी अगर आप पूरे साल मेहनत करते हैं तो रिजल्ट आता है।
डेफिनेटली। एंड लक्ष्य हमेशा से बहुत सिंसियर स्टूडेंट रहा है, कभी क्लासेस मिस नहीं करी, मॉक्स नहीं मिस करा, ऑनलाइन सेशंस नहीं मिस करे, प्रोएक्टिव रहता था पूरे प्रोसेस में हमेशा। he's always been a very inquisitive child, so I think his hard work actually paid off really, really well. Great, ma'am. Great to hear that.
Thank
And
you.
huge congratulations to you too again.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so
Thank
much.
you, ma'am.
Thank